Good evening, everyone. Someone told me last week, Father, speak up so we can hear you better. So hopefully this is a little bit better, not too annoying. Okay? If it's too annoying, let me know. Well, welcome brave souls who braved the weather and came out tonight. It's not too bad, though, is it? No. How are you all doing in the 33 days to Eucharistic glory? Pretty good? Good. How about you at home? How you been doing? Been following along? You getting in every day? If you missed out on a day or two, because all these people got them in every day, if you missed out on a day or two, you know that you can catch right up. And so even if you didn't start yet and you thought, oh, I wanted to start, you can start tonight and you can catch up in a hurry. It's really worth your time to invest in this spiritual treasure on these 33 days to Eucharistic glory. So much stood out for us over this past week. It did for me anyway. I don't know about for all of you. Just today, one of the things that happened, a few things happened, but one in particular, was that's today? No, this must have been yesterday. Yesterday, I was at my condo and spending a few days away just to rest up and relax. And when I'm gone, all my neighbors are so good, and they're always taking care of my place. And so it had snowed some, and so there was snow on the sidewalks. So I thought, I'm just going to go out and, take the shovel and put my cane in one hand, the shovel in the other, and just kind of go up and down their sidewalks because I knew they'd been doing that for me. Well, of course, I got yelled at, but just like I know all of you would do to me. But I wanted to do it, and so this one neighbor, her name is Susie. She caught me and said, "Come on in, Father." Well, I also had another motive because I needed to pay the water bill, and Susie takes care of the monthly water bill and then sends out. We divide it 4 ways, and we have to pay the bill. So I paid, my quarter, and we just started talking. And while we were talking, my phone, buzzes. I have it on silent, but it buzzes. And I go and look at it like that. And I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Susie. I should not have turned my head. My focus needed to be on you and not to be distracted by the cell phone. I'm so sorry." I said, "It's a good thing I didn't have my watch on because my watch would have also buzzed and I would have been going this way and this way, and I didn't know which way was up." Anybody else have that trouble with your phone if it goes off? Well, at least a few of us do. Some of us have maybe the luxury of not even having a cell phone, just have that landline yet. But remember those days? The only trouble you could get in was when you picked up the phone, it was a party line and someone else was on there. They'd say, "Hey, get off the line." But distractions. Earlier this week, I can't remember which day it was, but it was the FOMO, fear of missing out. I was afraid that Sherry is going to text me and tell me that the parish just inherited $10 million, but that wasn't the case. I just had like a prescription that, at Kroger's that was in. So it wasn't no big deal. The fear of missing out, when we get that fear of missing out, we forget where our true focus needs to be on. Focus needs to be on Jesus Christ, our dear Lord and Savior. And that was something that just struck me so dearly this week. Just to be able to stay focused. And to do the other thing that struck out for me before I open it up to all of you was that quote of Mother Teresa's, not Mother Teresa, Saint Therese of Lisieux, was do small things with great love. Do small things with great love. That was something that Mother Teresa lived out, right? She, everything she did was focusing on the person that she was with. She wasn't thinking about anything else. She was with that person. She saw Jesus in that person, and she lived it out and solely gave that person that sole attention. Thought that was so inspiring. And so being able to, do these little things with great love. What are it's like throughout the week thinking about, what's something that I can do, and you think, oh, I did this, or, hopefully I made someone's day by doing this. And then I find myself, I was riding with my sister today, and, felt pretty good about some of the things that went on that day today. And then I'm not the best in traffic, let's say. And I was, making a few sentences that could have been less than Christ-like. And so I just know that, the old evil one is always distracting me from keeping my eyes focused on Jesus. Like tonight, when we're in here having this time with the Blessed Sacrament, even though I'm in the confessional, I'm experiencing this time, and I know that it's a time of encounter. But, do you experience distractions? Things that pop up in your mind, or things that you the fear of missing out, something that might be going on. It's like, I wonder what the score is, right? You all know probably what I'm talking about. But distractions, I need to take time and just empty my mind of everything so I can focus on Jesus, to allow him to fill my heart and mind so that I might be able to do small things with great love, knowing that I am being lifted up, I'm being buoyed up by Jesus Christ himself. So that was a few of the things that struck me over the course of this week. How about you? And let's see, Garrett, would you do me a big favor? Would you come up and take the microphone back to people who would like to share? So I'll have you my big helper tonight. All right. Big thumbs up. So you're going to do small things with great love. Garrett, did you have anything to share about how you had a moment to encounter Jesus this week? Any acts of kindness or things that someone did for you?
Something for somebody. Dale stepped on the ice and he smacked his butt on the ground, so I helped him back up.
You helped Dale back up after he hit his butt on the ground, huh? That's awesome, though, isn't it? That's doing a small act with great love. So now, since you showed them how to do it, you take would someone raise their hand so Dale can come to you so that you might share something from the week that struck you?
Father, when you were talking about focusing on Jesus, one of the, well, every day hit me. But I was looking at one of the things that hit me was day 8 with Mother Teresa, the spiritual habits. And one of in there is to change your habits. and I was looking at what habits do I have that I can change, like, whether it be, not looking at my phone or not looking at too many TV programs, and I can spend that time with Jesus. So if you just look at your everyday habits, like I was doing, there are times where I can, you know, give up those things and spend more time with Jesus. And then last week, I didn't raise my hand to share, but what hit me between the eyes is I'm in the fourth quarter of my life. And so I'm determined, which I think was day 4 on Saturday, that, I need to see things through. And thank you for giving us things like this 33-day of consecration and Bible studies and adoration to give us the opportunity, to grow spiritually. So I had other things written down. Oh, the other thing is the simple things like um, St. Therese, just show up. Just show up. That's all you have to do. And that's a keep things simple. It doesn't have any need to be anything grand. Just simple. So there were so many lessons that I learned this week, but those are the ones that stood out to me. Thank you.
Mine was on perseverance. 10, in 2010, when I first went to Medjugorje, that was one of the words that I heard was perseverance, just to not give up, run the race, just stay in the game and just keep at it constantly. And so then tonight I was in front of the Eucharist reading my daily bread, this prayer book I just love, and it was chapter 33, Perseverance in God's Service. Basically says the same thing, to never give up.
Speaking of putting in your extra time with prayer, I always find it very difficult. I try to do it first thing in the morning, and sometimes I get interrupted by my husband. So, so I have an opportunity to, as I'm in the middle of my day, I have an opportunity to be by myself driving around Norwalk. And in between my stops, I have at the different schools that I have to go to. I often think of different prayers I can say, or when I think of someone, I immediately, try to say a Hail Mary or an Our Father, just increasing, thinking about God and extra prayer. And sometimes when I pass someone, they remind me of someone that has passed or they're still living, but mostly when they're passed, that I say an extra prayer for them as well. So I feel like I'm gaining some ground somewhere along the line when it comes to being more focused, as you were talking about, being more focused on God and the good things and the kindness. So that's my little tidbit.
I guess one of the things I found this week was with our prayer life. We just need to show up for prayer. And a lot of times I think I'm guilty of, I prayed, but I didn't feel good. It didn't make me feel real good. Or, I felt like I put in the effort and just you should feel better with prayer. And you can't judge your prayer life by how your praying is making you feel that day. That God is with you and He's giving you the grace and the hope you need and perseverance to get through. You just need to show up for prayer and not grade your prayer on how you felt, I guess, that day when you were finished. So just be there and be there in your prayers, present.
Just a little tidbit. I didn't want to throw my husband under the bus because he interrupts me during my prayer time. I love that he can interrupt me, that he's there, that he does interrupt me, but I didn't want to sound like I was throwing him under the bus.
One thing I found that when I read about St. Therese, she was 16 years old when she went in the convent, and she passed away when she was 24 or 25. And how amazing that is that she made that much impact in that short period of time, and how we, have our young people that we sometimes lose hope with, and how that was so special that she made such a deep impact that Mother Teresa modeled her life after her. That was kind of amazing. I This last night I was actually with one of my friends to play volleyball, and we were talking about all the holidays and all the hustle and bustle and things that happen, and how it goes so by so fast. And he stopped, and he's not a Catholic, and he stopped me and he said, as I grow older, I just, and unprompted, starts telling me that I just feel like I need to take a deeper appreciation for every day and all the small things that I'm blessed with every day, and how impactful it is to be around people and to appreciate people in every moment that you kind of just take for granted. To live each day and live each moment to appreciate what all that you're given and all that you have. So it was kind of like, I was thinking about reading the book, and I'm like, wow, I'm just, maybe he's reading the book too, but he's not. But it was just kind of special that he made me think more about that than what I was already thinking about. And the one other thing that I thought was kind of special that I probably don't, um, and I think maybe a lot of people, once you receive the Eucharist, once you receive communion, is how Saint John Paul II would just put himself so deep into appreciation and thought of receiving Jesus, and how much that meant to him. And that's just something that I think that I maybe don't do that enough, or don't appreciate that enough, that what I've now gone through. It's not just go stand in the line and go to the front of church. It's actually receiving Jesus and what all that means to have that, and to be able to do that each week.
Say something. What mainly stood out to me was just to show up. What a couple other ladies said too, and and the devotion that Saint Therese had for Jesus, and how close she was to him, and such a short life she lived, and how much she showed in such little ways that she showed people. And it's just the little kindnesses, acts that you do throughout your day. It may be just holding the door for somebody or just giving them a smile if they look like they're having a bad day, or just say thank you to whatever it may be. And as I sat here in front of the Blessed Sacrament, I just think of things that, that are sinful and that I'm sorry for. But as I got through that part of it, I start turning for praise and just thanking, and I couldn't thank him enough what Jesus has done for us. And I'm just so grateful for the grace that he gives you through the sacrament of reconciliation, and also through the Blessed Sacrament and the Eucharist that we have, that no other faith has with the Eucharist. It's just so, it's such a gift. And the other faiths do not realize this. I mean, yes, they praise God and they're grateful, but the core of our Catholic faith is the Eucharist. And there's just so much strength. And I never realized this till I got to be maybe 30, 40 years old. And it wasn't till the first time that you, Father, came to St. Joe's, and it just all clicked. And from that time on, I just had devotion to the Eucharist, and I can't get enough of it. I'm in love with him.
Thank you.
Thank you, Garrett. As we are all sharing here tonight, a couple other things that reminded me of the week, and one is where the nearest tabernacle is. Making sure it's like, what do we, when we're set on a plane, we say, "Oh, make sure you know where the nearest exit is," right? It tells where the exit. Well, isn't the Eucharist our entrance pathway into heaven? And so we need to know where the nearest tabernacle is. We need to know so where we can go in deep and depth in prayer. And so that's important. Whether you're at work, whether you're at home, whether you're in town, or whether you're on vacation, where is the nearest tabernacle? That place of encountering Jesus. My friends, I give you thanks for all of you for coming out tonight on such a beautiful night. If you like snow, and I pray that all of us continue to trust, surrender, believe, and receive. Have a great night, everyone. Bye, everybody at home. Mm-hmm.